Today, we're going to prove the theorem of opposite sides of a parallelogram. That theorem is part of the Common Core objectives, and the theorem states in a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. Now, the first thing is we have to sketch. We're going to sketch our parallelogram A, B, C, D, and because it's we see it's a parallelogram, and then our proof now is to try to find out how do we prove that these opposite sides here and here are congruent. Well, our game plan could be after we sketch this, we can see if we draw a diagonal here, then we can create two congruent triangles, and if we do that, then we'll be able to do the alternating sides will be congruent. So therefore, we start with our given triangle ABCD, and then we want to prove that the AB and CD are congruent, likewise BC and AD are congruent with the opposite sides. Okay. Next, we construct our line segment from A to C, which is a diagonal of this of the triangle. Okay. All right. Now, what we do here is that make that AC. Okay. Now to do our proof, we have statement and reason. First, we put down our first one. Our given is a parallelogram ABCD. That's given. And now we know this line that we just drew right here, AC, is congruent to itself because of reflective property. And then also we know that AB and CD are parallel as well as the BC and AD because they're as part of the definition of a parallelogram. Now we know that because we got parallel lines, that angle 3 and angle 4 are congruent because they're alternate interior angles of parallel lines. Likewise, angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent because they are alternate interior angles of a parallelogram. It's given right here, and then with our reason, or for the reason for that statement. Now from that we know that triangle ABC is congruent to CDA. All right, of these two triangles are congruent because of angle, side, angle. And therefore, following that, we know that the corresponding parts of AB and CD, likewise BC and AD, are congruent because there are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So therefore, we have now proven that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent.